What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and we're here today playing another fantastic episode of Aarklash Legacy. In the last episode, we had found our way into Act 2, which included entering the realm of Acheron, where we're heading back to the wheel sword. You know what? Stop. Every single time, they really starting to be a little irritated. I like you, Naka, but interrupting is very rude. So anyways, we're trying to make it back to the Wheel Sword's headquarters because that seems to be the theme of the game. Make it home. What's gonna happen here?
Patrons lead us into Devil's Way, from chase to surrounded. No good comes from this land. All spirits restless here.
Yub yub.
Ho there! Identify yourself!
Nella, 'tis Mocha and Bolom of Iliasan Quor. Happy we are to hear your voice rather than screams of dying.
Mocha, Bo! We are glad to see someone who's not trying to kill us.
Yes, but worse not over. Acheron no one's friend. They know, waiting for us, informed, prepared. Something wrong?
Only two. Others dead. Dead, even Patron Guamon.
Yes, we are all that remain from our core. The brittle bones curse us, say wheel swords die for their treachery.
Lakshai said we'd be safe here, that there was an ancient agreement.
Need to tell the bonies, friendly as my number 2 wife they are.
This does not bode well. Our agreement with the Barons has been in place since the last battle of the Khyber Pass, when Acheron was sealed an age ago. The Goldmongers have traded news of the world outside in exchange for safe haven here.
Aye, well maybe we just outlived our usefulness.
Maybe it's that we just live. Doesn't seem to be a lot of that going on around here.
I feel there is something else. Whispered voices telling me. But we must move with haste to the hold. Hopefully Lakshai and the other surviving patrons will be there. Something is not right here, and the sooner we find out...
Yes, but problem. Gate sealed. Old magic, blood magic. Stop the rattling men and us. No, we passed.
There is a way. In dusty vaults where bodies decay, the only thing that shines is what remains. A circle drawn in sand, 4 swords together, fellows hand in hand. For the Quor, 1 per man. So find the spokes to find haven in this land. So sheath your steel, my brothers of the wheel. For sanctuary lies through the deep and beyond this seal.
Oh aye, very pretty. And just what's that supposed to bloody well mean?
4 seals that represent the wheel. 4 seals to represent a Quor. The signs of the guild will lead us to them.
And you know where they are?
No, they are hidden even from my unblinking eyes. We must find them and break them to unbar our path.
We delay too long here. Enemies gather. Let us go destroy them.
My sweet is right.
Your counsel, my friends, as always, is true. To make haste, I say we break into 2 Quors to find these seals and meet at the gate by sunrise.
If we live to see it, it will be a black dawn.
We will all live to see whatever morning brings. Denzel, Wendaru, and Bolam with me. 2nd Quor, Mocha, Knaka, Friends, and Leck Lorus. Agreed?
A fine choice of Quors, my lady.
New core?
Do not fret, my sweet. We will all be together soon. Wheel swords are we all.
Wheel swords all.
Wheel swords all!
Alright, so it looks like we've got some Final Fantasy VI slash Lord of the Rings action going on where we're all split up and we're all headed off in our own particular directions. Let's have a look at Mocha and get a feel for what he's good at. So he's got a lot of mana. His abilities are the Ointment of Mokaro, which I think was the character that threw grenades and had like a pistol in Samurai Champloo who blew up the gold boat in that one episode. But anyways, I digress. It's the same spell that Windaroo has, so 5 seconds and you get 450 health. Mystic Essence grants an ally the ability to regenerate 500 HP over 15 seconds. Cool, we got a little bit of a hot there. Let's look at the character sheets really quickly. And he has no gear. Hopefully I have something for him. Yeah, healing, that's good. A healing relic or a healing earring, cool. And then any relics that'll do the same thing. A little bit of mana regeneration there. Healing done, a little bit of extra HP. Yeah, we'll go with that one. And his advantages. He regenerates mana 800 times faster for 6 seconds after the use of a skill. That's pretty sweet and explains the high mana cost of all of his abilities. And when he's hit by an attack, he loses 15 MP, so we want people the hell away from him. We don't want anybody messing with our mage. Let's shift some of this other stuff off to the side, and let's have a look around. And was it just me, or did, like, Leck Lorus just totally freestyle in there? Like, people were like, we don't know what to do. And Leck Lorus was like, well, listen, I got a rhyme about this. Lay down a beat. From now on, Leck Lorus is Lecky G. That's his new nickname, because I love nicknames. Let's move Mocha in over here. What the hell is that? A Morbid Aspectare. Mask of the Condemned immobilizes your target for 15 seconds. Not a big deal if I can get her into position first. Arcane 9 or Arcane X. The Morbid Spectre inflicts 250 magic damage on his target and converts 2 times that into health, so it's like a flash drain. Manipulation, a charm spell for 15 seconds, that sucks. And he evaporates and casts fear on everybody that's around him at the end of his life. Let's get her into here and then bolt her in place. And then we're just going to get started on the Morbid Spectre, I think. I just want him to not be alive anymore. It's not so much that I don't like him, it's that I just don't want him to exist in my frame of reference. So let's get Naka healed, or at least give her a little bit of a ticking hot going, and let's unleash the nukes on the Morbid Spectre. As soon as that's good to go, let's get everybody focusing fire, maybe even taking Mocha, and throwing some healing on Naka. Even though they call her Kanaka, I'm calling her Naka. I like Naka better. Naka flows a little easier. Looks like we have some visitors coming from the top side. And Naka is now charmed. You can tell because she's facing the wrong direction. Not a big deal there either because she's bound to the ground. However, we really don't want anybody near that specter when it explodes. And I think I'm just going to have Naka get her regeneration on. And Leck Lorus is about ready to go with another AoE. Let's see if maybe... Oh, good. They've already got aggro. Never mind. Let's think about maybe taking that and putting it on the skeleton in armor. Didn't get it off in time, unfortunately. Did I? It charged me the mana, but I don't know if the effect went off. I don't see any damage flying around. So I'm going to guess that I just got bilked right there by some under-the-hood error, because if it cost me for the mana, you must assume that the spell went off, or at least think for a moment that the spell went off, but didn't work, so whatever. No use crying over spilled skeletons. Couple of archers in the back. Let's get her Vitae treatment going one more time. Throw a bolt out that way, get her out of there. Leck Lorus not quite ready to go yet. He does get mana back every time he strikes, so this should be... His cooldowns are the big issue, although I think I looked further down his talent tree, and there's one that reduces the cooldown on this bolt to 10 seconds, so it halves it, which is really, really, really good. Let me throw a heal on Naka, and we'll ride this one on out. And there it is. Friends found himself a level and a polarized amulet. Nothing up that way. Doesn't look like there's anything up this way either, although I will check for mobs, because we could use all the XP that we can get on hand. Let's take our Quar and we'll head, I suppose, up the only way we can. Into this rather terrifying looking gated pavilion. You ever want to keep the Jehovah's Witness away, just leave a bunch of skeletons outside your door. Preferably with weird symbols inscribed on them. Send her in first. What the hell did that do? Blocks mana regeneration. Alright, so that's something to be aware of. We really don't want to engage. Alright, let me draw back for just a moment. We've got a mage, what looks like a black paladin and a black priest. I'm going to get them outside the gate. Leave Naka behind. I'm not going to deploy her. And if I do, it's only going to be for a moment. Let's get Friends into position to start dealing some damage. Mocha, you don't need to deal damage. But let's start dropping nukes over here. I don't know who to focus on first. Probably the priest. So let's get some lovin' going on the priest here. As only we know how. Fling an AoE into the side of that group. And there's another nuke right there. Now, in keeping with the context of the game, typically it seems like priests can't heal themselves. So I'm going to put all my damage on the priest and just hope that we drop him over time. Throw a hot on Naka really quickly and get her Vitae treatment going. And she should have a nice little tick moving along. She should be able to pretty much negate any damage they throw our way. And now that the priest is down, we can focus on the paladin, who I believe had a paladin bubble. Throw another nuke on him. Another nuke from Friends. Hopefully missing Naka. I'm going to move her just in case. Because you just don't know. And I should have leveled him. He'd be doing more damage with that attack if I had leveled him. I'll do it right after this. And he's paladin bubbled himself. Now the problem that they've put me in right here is they didn't give me anybody in my group with a buff strip. Which leaves me a bit wanting as far as the game goes, because a lot of the enemies have things you really, really, really want to strip the second they go up. The other group, however, is going to have loads of stripping. In fact, it is going to be like Van Nuys up in there. That's the only thing I know about Van Nuys. It's like a little town near LA, and every time I ride a train through it, it seems like Van Nuys is just like made of strip clubs. It's like the only thing you can see from the train is just loads of strip clubs. Is that going to Naka? Let's have her back off then. She'll dodge the first. Head back in. And now he's a casualty. Let's move everybody out of the way. And it looks like they're going to come up behind us, actually. So let's maybe think about getting some DPS running down this way. Who is that going towards? My friend, who is soon to be immobile. That's okay. I more or less would prefer that it would break me out of combat here, just so I can get people going on their level ups. Oh, Mocha's about to eat one. Unfortunate. Oh, if you run in the same direction, it stacks. Well then, I thought I could outrun it and then jerk to the left really quickly because I felt like I could run faster than it was going, but that backfired quite soundly on me. I don't know why this mob is so obsessed with our friend Mocha. Is that the end of the combat? Oh good. There's the regen, so let's take a look at our skill points here. Leck Lorus has a skill point. We're going to put that back into his Banished Blow. Naka has a skill point. We're going to keep moving down the chain on her Taunt. I want to buff up his damage on Shatter Concentrate because I'm not impressed with the rest of these abilities. I've taken a look at some of the branching paths that they take, and I'm not impressed. I'll leave it right there. I'm not impressed. This pistol butt ability or the rifle butt ability might be interesting because it does knock down an enemy, which makes him sort of useful as an interrupter. We might consider using that in the future, and his level up gave him... Oh yeah, that's right, immunizes from control effects. I don't think... Let's make sure there's nothing up this way in the spooky graveyard. Almost every RPG ends up with you in a spooky graveyard. It's just the way that things work. Let's go down to the southeast then, and have a look around while time still permits. Nothing there but a barred gate. And I just noticed, in Mocha's picture, he skipped leg day. Like, he really needs to hit the leg lift machine, or like a rowing machine, or like something that makes him use his legs a little bit, because that's like deeply out of proportion. It's a little terrifying. He's got the upper body going on. Upper body's cool, and then he's got kind of like a pit bullish face going, like a pit bullish orc face. But the lower body, little disturbing there, pal. Little disturbing. Looks like we've got some new enemies here. Ira Tenebre. What the hell is an Ira Tenebre? Shredding of Skin inflicts 500 bleeding damage over 15 seconds. A 15-second silence. Kyber Escape. Goes invisible for 10 seconds and then very quickly regenerates HP to max. Ew. Naturally steals 50% of the damage when it inflicts damage. Okay, so it gets 50% of the health back. It drains 50% of the damage it deals. And does the same thing with mana, but only 15%. So I'm gonna send Naka out in front and have her taunt away, I guess. There it is. We'll get her going with Vitae treatment. It's got a long cooldown. I think it said 40 seconds. Something to think about there as we try and time this out properly. Suppose we'll start throwing around AoEs, get some damage rolling. And yeah, there goes right there, Kyber escape. No knockdowns to really stop anything like that, unfortunately. Wish I had some kind of interrupt, but I guess we'll just kind of kill him once the cooldown comes back up. First swap to the other Ira, I guess. Everybody focus on the other one since that one's about to vanish and do its thing. Throw a hot on Naka. As soon as that regeneration gets going, okay, so that one's out of there now pretty soon. Then we'll have everybody focus on the Paladin. Let me throw a little bit of a heal on Naka there. Alright, and so the other one's back now, so we want to flash that down while we can. Let me get Leck Lorus into a better position, and as soon as that other mob comes back, I'll try and target it from the side. Fire a shell into the center there. And wait for the other one to reappear. There it is. Get the AoE going. What is he about to pop? Macabre Shroud. So he's about to drop her armor a little bit. That's okay. Vitae treatment's back up. So we'll get that moving. And let's focus on this mob over here. If we can get past the Paladin to do so. And it should go down pretty shortly. Let's throw a little bit of help over here to Naka. There we are. And then let's focus some damage on this other Tenebre, I suppose. Let me get Friends into a position. Oh, there's more enemies. Yay! Right when you thought. Right when you thought. So let's get that Paladin down now. We'll get her Vitae treatment going and we'll pop her out of her taunt. Since she's already firmly got aggro already. I'd like him to throw a hot on Naka. And now we wait. I suppose we'll get the priest first. Maybe we'll get a heal off right here. She should be alright until that heal goes off. And down goes that enemy. Lots of level ups occurring right now, which is good. We get Friends into a position where he can continue nuking because I don't want this to run any longer than necessary. A lot of this game seems to be a DPS race, so let's stay on it. Vitae treatment back up. Leck Lorus. He's got abilities, but I don't feel like repositioning him, so we'll just let the auto attack take its course there, and Moch is standing in the middle of the HP drain. Another polarized amulet. Let's take a look at the inventory and do our level ups really quickly. And make sure that everybody's wearing gear. So there are amulets available for him to use. I'm just going to use the one that gives him generic defense since we don't have anything else. Rings, there is a healing done ring, so we're going to give him that one so he heals a little bit better. Get rid of that relic. Keep all of his healing buffs, I guess. Wait, is he wearing what? He's doing more magic damage, so we're going to need to swap him out with something else too. I don't even know why I have that on him. That's a weird item to have on him. Anybody else have any goodies? I think Leck Lorus has got pretty amazing gear for now. I think I can like shift click these or something. No? Like, is it control click? I don't know. It said there was a keybind in one of the loading screens where you could auto-donate that stuff to the librarian or whatever the hell you want to call it. Rid of that as well. And he's got a good relic right... No, never mind. I was looking at that wrong. I could give him a bit more mana regeneration, but the duration of his cooldowns are so long that really he's got more than enough time to regenerate whatever mana he has on hand anyways. Looks like we've got a crypt here. We've got another way we can go off in this direction, which is Fog of Ward out. I don't want to miss any XP or any loot, so I suppose we'll hit this place up first. Let's have a look around.
Interest me. Spirit's not easy here, but feel right. After all, what is Crypt but vault for people's old skin and worn bones?
Then we must enter.
As it and all is destined,
Alright, well maybe this is the next location. Maybe I should finish clearing out this other area because leveling up seems really, really useful in this game. Like some games, leveling up, not the coolest or... Oh, never mind. What do we have here? A puzzle, perhaps? And where am I trying to get to? Maybe over here? I don't know what my goal is. It looks like there's... Oh, I'm probably trying to teleport. So that one moved me forward by 3, which makes me think I want to approach that one from that direction. Let's figure out what the purples do. Purples move you by 1. What will this do? Ah, it puts me right there. Okay. And then that's going to put me right there, which puts me right there. Okay. And 3 in this direction is going to put me there, so I don't want that. Interesting. Puzzly stuff. Well, I know I need to be right there going that way, so let's kind of work towards that front. Not much. Oh, I can reorient myself right there, it looks like. So let's do that. And that's going to pop me out right there. To there, and I'm actually running in circles if I do that, kind of. Can I flip around right there? Let me test this out. No, okay, I couldn't tell if there was like a thoroughfare right there. Oh, wait. Yay. Cool. I like that they've mixed in little things like that, just random little puzzles to play around with. Kind of one of those little logic things that sometimes they give you in like programming classes to train new guys. Ooh, what's going on here? The Gargoyle of Acheron. This looks like that key thing that they were talking about. Archers, mages, what does this do first and foremost? All damage, the Macabre Dive. 400 physical damage, so it's got a nuke. It's got an AoE hateful shredding. Bodily Mystic, or Bodily Mystic, I guess it might have used an I on an L on accident there. Surrounds itself with a channeled aura which inflicts... Ew. Okay, so if he can run around freely, that's a big, big problem. And then the other one is after 3 seconds of incantation time, he knocks down all enemies. God, that's a lot of damage dealing capabilities. Let's have a look here and see what we can do. So I know for a fact we need to kind of get rid of this mage over here. Let's go ahead and lock her down in the center, since she's going to be soaking damage this entire time anyways. And we'll get her going with her normal rotation. This mage, by contrast, is what I'm going to focus on for now. So let's put some damage on that mage. It looks like we've just got an archer and a bunch of skeletons in armor to think about. It's a wee bit of a waste to do what I just did. Yeah, we didn't stop the cast in time, so let's go ahead and negate that damage by pre-healing. Then what I'd like to do here, maybe think about, is it immune to fear effects? Or is it only immune to fear effects after it casts that? Okay, so let's 150 MP to get him out of my hair for a minute. I don't know if that's worth it. Let's go ahead and focus on one of these little guys right here. Maybe think about, let's get a heal going. Vitae treatment isn't going to be up for a bit. He does have a lot of nukes, which are kind of scary. Did he just instant cast that, or was he already doing it? I think he just casted it normally. Let's get some damage going on that guy. And we'll cast Damocles on him. There it is. Vitae treatment isn't back up yet. Lots of problems here to deal with. Almost got some abilities up though on the other end, so we'll be able to deal some damage in just a minute, as well as heal a tad. Let's get that hot running one more time. Put another projectile. Oh, that's weird. I can't target. Oh, it doesn't show it's going underground. That's a little weird. Well, I guess I'll try my best to hit him. I don't know what's going to happen right there. Okay, so that managed to hit. So let's put another one right into the center, maybe. And that one seems to have missed. Let's put a heal on Naka while we wait. I wonder if he's stationary right now. Let's see if we can break out of this. Yeah, that's what I was a little concerned about. Ooh, a big hit right there. Not a lot of ways to get rid of it. We do have a new ability from him, though, that allows him to increase the armor by 70% on the tanking target. So while we're waiting, we might as well get that rolling while we wait for the nukes to come back up. Let's DPS the skeleton and armor. I know that canceled out what he was doing, but maybe put a Damocles on the armor. There we go. So we'll get a bit more supplementary damage on the gargoyle. Right now I'm sort of waiting on all my abilities to recharge. Start putting some fire into the back of this guy. And there it is. Alright. Well, I didn't expect this to be where I was supposed to go. I was hoping to clear out the rest of the graveyard. So if it ends the whole thing right here, that's going to be a little disappointing. So there it is. We've blasted the seal.
Aye. One less to worry about.
This is but one. We must not delay. The patrons wait.
Alright, and so we're out of there. I'm disappointed, though. I wanted to clear out the rest of that area. I couldn't tell which way was the right way to go. It's times like that, like a little quest indicator would be nice, so I could be like, the boss is very clearly that way. But anyways, I digress once again. Oh, it popped me back out. Good lad. Good lad. Let's head off this way. We're almost out of time for the episode, so I don't want to start any new fights or anything, he said as he started a new fight. Let's get Naka in there to taunt these rubes. And then Lecky G over here. Let's put Lecky G in a position to where he can deal some damage. And then what I'd like Lecky G to do is put his ability right there. Nice little explode. Ooh, 850. I wonder if that was a crit. That was a lot of damage. Alright, well that fight went down easily. I think I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in this, another exhilarating episode. Every single fight in this game is interesting, which is rare for an RPG. Sometimes you feel like you end up grinding a lot. And this game does not feel like a grind. Every single fight feels unique. Just by swapping out the different enemies, it varies the flow of combat a lot. Like having a bunch of mages plays very differently than having a bunch of characters that heal themselves. And mixing them together makes it even more interesting. So I'll see you guys next time and take care out there, everybody.